All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast coming to you live. Happy Monday to everybody out there. My name's Will DeFries. To my right or on the screen in front of me, one of the two, Dave Ruff.
I'm actually under you, Will.
Mm.
You're on top of me. Hey,
Yeah.
it's podcast time in Austin, Texas.
It is. Or
Time to do the podcast.
Brett, is it podcast time and somewhere else for you right now?
Yeah, somewhere between Cypress and Tomball, Texas, in the Houston suburbs.
It's podcast time in Texas.
Mm-hmm. Central Standard Time.
Mm-hmm. Dylan, you have a lot of hand sanitizer behind you in your cabinets. Congratulations.
I do. Shouts to Faber for hooking me up, man. Yeah, they loaded me up. I have about several years of play here. So if y'all want to come through and scoop some, by all means, come on by.
We're just gonna dump it on our heads during your housewarming party.
Just don't drink it.
There's a big thing on the label that says "Do not drink." So they've already thought of that. Hey, real quick, I gotta apologize for my my happy hour performance or lack thereof on Friday. It was like the most chaotic environment imaginable over here. I had Parks who had to go to the bathroom. I had the puppy running around chewing on stuff. And then Lauren, who I hadn't seen for 2 months, completely surprised me at like 7:05. So like 5 minutes into the live stream. It was just a total mess, and I was borderline panicking. So I'm sorry that I had to bail, but I didn't know any other way to manage that situation. But thanks for carrying me.
Yeah,
you nailed it.
I don't want to speak for like the greater backers or anything like that, but like apology not accepted.
God, it was. I didn't know what to do. It was wild,
dude. It was so chaotic that I just started thinking. Like I just took control of your mic and just started muting you, and then finally I was like, why am I just muting Dylan every 5 seconds instead of like actually doing this? Just kick him out until he like gets this under control or just leaves.
Yeah, the comments were funny during that whole debacle, though. So at least we got some entertainment out of it. But yeah,
did you get some entertainment out of it?
Ooh.
Did I get some entertainment out of it, Dave? Is that what you said?
Well, y'all were watching us, right? For a little bit.
We
was it?
I finally turned it on the TV as y'all were. I thought you were about to wrap up anyway. It was well after 8 o'clock.
We went long.
Y'all did.
Dude.
I could have hopped back in at some point, but y'all crushed it. Of course.
Yeah.
I want to sit one out. I'm going to sit one out tomorrow and just watch y'all and just take notes.
Okay.
Take live notes.
You should do that.
Text it to us live and have us make adjustments on the fly.
How happy would you be if you just saw me pop up in the comments like, dude, Dylan, that's a trash take.
Put your take pistols away, you dumbass. I wouldn't hate it, Dave.
No, I won't do that. I'm gonna be on tomorrow night, Tuesday night. Let's go.
Washed Media YouTube channel. Go subscribe. Check out Happy Hour Live. Not that
Also,
hard.
we should we're gonna put the Golic interview up in its entirety. We should point that out because there was some stream issues, but the file on our end is absolutely fine. So we'll put that up on YouTube.
Yeah, to anybody complaining about that, we apologize. Also, because we are just subscribers and users of these services, we don't have full control over their server space and functionality. So
well, Micah does, but
make sure you don't yell at the messengers here.
Honestly, it's actually the listeners' fault or the
True.
viewers because there was just too many of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
sorry.
Thank you for pointing that out, Dave. Thank you for pointing the finger at the people that really deserve it.
Mm-hmm. Way to go, millions of you.
we tried to take out the cartridge and blow on it, but it didn't work.
Yeah, were the servers not properly iced down? Where was Micah during all this? Was he aware of what was going on?
He iced him down for his, but not everybody
He was on.
It's very selfish.
Oh,
Yeah, he just threw the
makes
ice
sense.
pack on his back and just walked out with them.
okay. Yeah, he missed the server completely then.
Yeah. I can't get over the headline from New York Daily News just asking what really, quote, destroyed Tiger Woods' body. And it makes it sound like something so bad. Sorry, I've had this tab open for this entire time. It's just running. Dave, does this make you not want to run anymore?
No, you know what makes me not want to run anymore is the brutal shin splints. I iced my legs down last night. I did a cold bath the other day after I ran. No, I think Tiger's blaming it on the running, but he was doing a lot of like Olympic style lifts. And I'm sure that had a little bit to do with it. That and his obsession with becoming a Navy SEAL. It's like, dude, these things don't jive. Like, it's one thing to do like ISO stuff, like Justin Thomas and Bryson. It's another thing to be doing like power cleans in the gym.
I want to give a special shout out to no other than Rory McIlroy for being just an absolute monster on the Peloton. He's seeing what Tiger's done to his body, and he's like, all right, I'm just going low resistance and just going to
smart
these workouts. I cannot believe I kind of thought that like Rory was just all glamour muscles. Couldn't be further from the truth.
What kind of numbers is he doing?
He's strong. He's a strong dude.
So I went down this wormhole because I found one person following a bunch of PGA golfers. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to follow a few. I didn't want to follow too many just because there's some of them that I don't like. Like I didn't follow Justin Thomas because I'm not going to give him the cred. But I followed Rory, Brooks Koepka, obviously. Brooks is doing good numbers, but not what you'd expect. Not like Rory level. Rory.
That's so Brooks, though.
It's so Brooks. For me, if I did a 45-minute, Dylan, to speak to your question, if I did 45 minutes, I could expect about 450 to 500 kilojoules is my output. Rory did a 45-minute workout on April 30th where he got 773. So he's absolutely dominating. The numbers that he's putting up, I don't understand. The only person that's bigger than him is Booger McFarland.
Okay.
Booger's just setting new PR day after day.
The fuck, Booger?
I know.
Booger heard us talking shit.
He's got those D-line legs though. Like he's built for power. That doesn't surprise me as much as Rory does.
What position in what sport is the strongest like athlete overall?
Like just overall, not endurance, just
defensive tackle.
I'd say O-line.
Like a team sport, I would say probably defensive tackle.
It's somewhere on the line, O-line, D-line, because Larry Allen was always like the strongest dude.
Yeah,
he comes to mind too, Dave. He was just like he's famous for being just an absolute beast in the weight room.
You know what I'm going to say though? If you put every attribute together, is probably like a running back. Like Saquon Barkley, he can still deadlift 500, he squat 500,
pound for pound,
like speed numbers to boot. Yeah.
I'm not asking pound for pound though. I just want whatever
just
position.
Raw.
Or like if you got a big dude, he's going there.
Strongman, strongman competition shit, lifting boulders.
I don't understand why the people like why. I don't know. We don't need to go into strongman competitions, but
let's do it.
They were playing them a lot in Scotland when we were over there, so I found myself watching numerous strongman competitions, and I couldn't figure out what drove these dudes to get there. Like, it's just psychotic, the things that they are doing on a daily basis.
Dude,
synthetic testosterone.
Their weekly schedules on what they do to their bodies, it's insane. They spend just basically the majority of their days inside a gym, just moving heavy shit.
I spent the entire time watching it just worrying that someone's muscle was just going to rip off the bone. That's all I can think about.
Yeah. Some pretty grotesque injuries.
Yeah, if your name's Magnus, you're morally obligated to like follow in your family's footsteps and just win that.
Yeah, if you're a Nordic dude with the name Magnus, then you're fast tracked to like whatever gym they breed these dudes in.
Dylan, the mountain from Game of Thrones is apparently training for a boxing exhibition. And I'm just like, dude, who would even jokingly get into a ring with that dude? He is going to punch someone's face clean off their head.
There's a video of him sparring with Connor, actually.
Yeah,
and it's pretty funny. It's like he's playing with his kid. Also, the Mountain just set a deadlift world record, I believe, Dave, 1,104 pounds.
Oh, cool.
That's more than I can do.
Dave, after you said that you could take Mike Tyson, I'm surprised that you're not saying that you could take the Mountain.
Never said that. Like,
dude, you said it. You're on record. Randy, pull the tape. Dave definitely said he could piece
Please do pull the tape. If people are still tagging me in it 5 days later, I was pretty clear that he would not only beat the shit out of me, he would beat me into oblivion.
The same thing happens to me when there's a video of a jaguar like bringing down something in the jungle or whatever. And it's like, oh, Dylan, you probably take him too. Like, no, I never said I could take a jaguar.
You did say that.
Down. No, it's only about a cheetah. Only about a cheetah. Everybody knows this.
So Jackie Chan is my cheetah for you. Like that's the analogy. Okay.
And Mike Tyson is your Jaguar.
Yeah. What's the
fair.
thing that you get tagged in the most that you hate the most? I can start since I asked the question, so I can begin. Mine is just any dude with a beard and me getting tagged in it as if we're like identical twins. And I'm like, well, no, that's just a dude who's like 15 pounds overweight, has a beard, and is wearing glasses. Like,
I have my answer.
I feel like I know what yours is. I feel like I thought of yours before you did.
What? Take a guess.
It's going to have to do with bleaching something.
No, that's probably like second or third on the list. Number one is anything sorority related. I get tagged. Yeah. But there's a headline about like, if there's a headline about anything sorority related. Oh, were you there, Dorn? No, I wasn't there.
That's a fair question. I like that question though.
It's not fair.
No, I mean it's fair.
Honestly, the Mike Tyson one, like it's becoming a fave of mine. What did he say?
What did he say? We just had an interruption from the homie. What did the homie have to say?
Did y'all hear what he said?
No.
Okay. When he's playing Grand Theft Auto. That's how I have to distract him while I'm doing this, or it's just constant interruptions. But he sits there on the stick and he just narrates out loud like what he's doing. He loves telling me about it. And since I make him be quiet during, the recording, it just really rubs him the wrong way. So he has to give me updates somehow. He ran up to me to let me know that he bought a knife and he's been stabbing people.
Oh, good.
Oh,
he's a good guy with a knife.
I'm a good dad, everybody. I promise.
Look, we know you're a good dad. You have the most sanitary bottles of any person per capita right behind you. We can see it. You have the cleanest household, and you just bought your kid a dog.
Yeah. Stella.
Dave, were you going to say the Mike Tyson thing?
I couldn't think of anything else, man. I know that's recency, but the Mike Tyson one, I think most people are doing it as a bit now, which I have to respect. But I don't get tagged in that much shit. Oh, and there's the burger stuff now. The burger stuff is hot for tags right now.
Dave, it's because you're the one who's perpetuating all of these.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you're the one who makes up all these fake stories about me, and people run with it. So you're the source of all this. So thank you.
Oh, how is that? I don't know.
Dave,
how does that have to do with people tagging Will?
True. I hated Chet when Chet Hanks was doing his thing. I hated getting tagged in his stuff just because I thought that his content wasn't that good.
Patois.
Like Chet Hanks he's not welcome at Wilmot's. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I just don't think.
Wow.
Have you guys seen the Twitter theory that about Tom Hanks?
No.
Not actually having coronavirus?
Oh, yes, I've flirted with this.
It's so like next level. I'm like, I don't know if I should even like go further into this research at this point.
You shouldn't. Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
No, the only acceptable person to tag Will, or the only thing you can tag Will in is the Ameritrade guy. That dude actually does look like you. That's the only one that's funny to me.
I keep getting a response. So
I keep getting people just tagging the Brent crude oil prices, and they just tag me in them.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
That's rude.
It just hit me. I don't know how I didn't get this. It's Putin. It's Putin stuff.
I was actually surprised you didn't say Putin, but I didn't want to toss that out there just in case.
It's the Russia content. It's like, man, come on. I'm not an agent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I did.
At least you look like him instead of like imagine if you looked exactly like Hitler or something. Like that would just be really annoying if you were just born with like the same DNA as Hitler and like you just looked like him. Like
there's one quick change you could make. Put this on your clickbait site. One small change to make you not look like Hitler.
Just takes one razor 2 inches down.
It's just a little bit of shaving cream and just do and you're good. And then you don't look like Hitler. Oh, and maybe what is the hair like the real floppy, whatever. Yeah, it's not hard.
As somebody who has shaved his beard numerous times and left a mustache numerous times, the one thing that I've never done is the Hitler mustache for obvious reasons. And anyone who does that and sends it is just the most reckless human being of all time.
Oh, you're really putting it all out there.
You know, Michael Jordan like wore one like legitly for years in the probably like the late, I don't know, like 12 years ago, I want to say. He had a Hitler stash. He had one in a commercial, actually.
It was a weird move.
It was a weird move.
We'll get to him in a little bit. Let's talk about Dylan, can you lead us into this new sponsor, please?
New sponsor alert.
Oh, that's it.
I crushed that.
Yeah, you did.
No, you did great.
We're here to talk about cross rope. These days, we're all looking for ways to stay fit while we're spending more time at home. Whether cardio machines aren't motivating to you or the cost of the gym equipment can add up too fast for you, we found a cool, different way to get a great workout at a fraction of the cost. This is something I know that D. Carter Ruff is a fan of. It's called cross rope, this sleek, weighted jump rope system that makes working out at home fun. We all got these in the mail. I'm not too ashamed to pull back the curtain and say that we got a little free product here.
Oh, absolutely. It's honestly one of the most excited I've been to get like a sponsor package because I wasn't expecting it. First of all, Brett had probably told us, but I probably tuned him out. No offense. And so I opened it. I've just got these weighted jump ropes, and I was like, "This is fucking badass." I have never worked out with a weighted jump rope before, and that's a workout, dude. You could do some dirty damage in like 20 minutes.
When mine were coming in, I wasn't too excited. I'm thinking that you can't reinvent the wheel, you know? I mean, a jump rope's a jump rope. No, a jump rope is not a jump rope. These things are sick. The weighted jump roping, who knew?
Yeah. Well, it combines the intense cardio workout of jumping rope with the full body resistance training, so you get strong and stay healthy at home or anywhere else. These things, I mean, they're great. I haven't done this since high school, actually, and I forgot how difficult it was. And, I mean, it's difficult in a good way. You can just tell that it actually works. Whereas, like, I don't know. I didn't know jumping rope had this level of fitness to it these days.
Dude, you can spike that heart rate in like 30 seconds. Just go hard.
Yep. Thanks to CrossRope, the most efficient cardio workout just got even better. The weighted ropes combine high-intensity workout, cardio with full-body strength training. Like you said, Dave, get your heart rate up while working your core, back, shoulders, arms, glutes, and more. No fluff, just fun, and an effective workout that anyone can do. It's easy to get started with CrossRope. Just order the ropes, download the app, and enjoy the results. Choose between the Get Lean or Get Strong sets depending on your fitness goals, or get the best value for both sets with the Get Fit bundle. Track your workouts and see a map of your progress on the free CrossRope app. CrossRope is so sure you'll love the whole experience. They even offer a 60-day risk-free guarantee. So if you're ready to get a new cardio and full-body home workout, visit crossrope.com/circlingback. Get up to $40 off CrossRope sets plus free shipping when you check out at crossrope.com/circlingback. That's circling back, CIRCLINGBACK. That's crossrope.com/circlingback. Can we get to what the people really want to hear about from us? I'm not talking about Michael Hitler mustache. I'm not talking about why Tiger Woods has no knees. I'm talking about Murder Hornets.
Holy shit.
Imagine being such a badass little creature that someone puts murder in your name. Like, think about it.
Murder.
You don't see
We're
that.
not. Hold on, we're not doing the F-18 aircraft. We're not doing that.
No,
we're doing Murder Inc.
This is about a little insect, a little. It's in the hornet family, obviously, Brett. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna have to. My notes are irrelevant then. Sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, Brett.
Brett's an aviation guy.
Hey, Brett, real quick.
Aviation.
Last week, I believe you were doing a live stream outside, and you were describing some sort of insect that was flying near you, and it freaked you out. Can you describe that insect again?
Yeah, it was about 2 inches long, had a thick waist, in shape. You know, rump was shaking a little bit.
Damn.
Cute face.
Yeah, almost had to look twice. That was crazy.
Boots with the fur?
No, it wasn't that one.
Oh, okay.
No, it was intimidating, but it confirmed was a wasp, not a hornet.
Oh, not a murder hornet.
Well, I believe this brings up a question that I feel like I have to ask. Had you never seen a wasp before?
I've never seen a wasp like that, Will. Holy shit, that scared me. Ooh, apparently they're like, they don't care about humans though. Yeah. I think it's called a paper wasp officially.
Well,
yeah.
Interestingly enough, Brett, I think I have a pretty good scientific explanation for why this wasp was so large.
Sure.
I didn't know this until I moved down to Texas, but as it turns out, everything down here is bigger.
Boy, ain't that the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they like cheeseburgers too. So we'll move on.
Have y'all seen the size of these things?
Dude, they're big boys.
Yeah, they're big boys, and they kill 50 people a year in Japan.
Oh my gosh, that picture. I mean,
why is
that's
he
the
holding
mountain
it like
of,
that?
That's the mountain of flying insects right there. That thing is enormous.
Dude, that head.
Yeah.
Look at that
I mean,
dome.
I was wondering why there was so much hornet on my timeline, and as it turns out, it was just these murder hornets.
Murder hornets.
I like the quote from hold on, who is this guy? He's a retired police department beekeeper named Anthony, aka Tony B's Planakis. You gotta imagine this guy's great. But I love that the one quote from him that's great is just, "Have you seen the mandibles on these things?"
Dude.
Oh, that's great.
Dude, the mandibles on this.
God damn, that's a thick stinger. You know these things decimate bees, right? Like they'll go to a bee colony and they'll just fuck up everybody and then eat the larva. That's how they feed.
How do they fuck everybody up? Do they just start stinging people? Like, what are they biting heads off?
They just pull the tule out.
They were legit like popping the heads off of bees. Like they legit do that to smaller insects, which is
how do they do that though with their mandibles?
With the mandibles, dude. They have stingers.
Dude, they're all mandibles.
Damn.
But apparently, yeah, a couple, like if you get stung multiple times by one of these things, it'll kill you, or it can kill you.
Dude, yeah, there's who's the guy, the insect sting guy who like lets bugs sting him and he puts it on YouTube? Apparently he has let the murder hornet have at it, and he said it's one of the most painful things he's ever felt.
He does.
Randy says Coyote Peterson.
Coyote Peterson also says that about I feel like he says that about every single thing that bites him, which makes sense because like he's getting bit by really painful things. But like the entire premise of his show is him getting bit by something and then him holding his arm and just looking at his arm screaming for 20 minutes.
Dude,
he's so dramatic too.
Like I can't say that I wouldn't be screaming for 20 minutes, but it's weird that I'm entertained by me sitting there and like watching my TV and just watching a dude yell at his like bright red arm for 20 minutes.
Hey, you know what I can't wait for? I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is Murder Hornet Baseball.
You see they're coming out with a new one, Dave?
Yeah, dude, you got to think Steve-O. Someone's going to get stung on like the tip of their penis by a murder hornet. It's going to happen.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, they're gonna put one in a jar and just stuff his piece in there and see what happens.
Tie like a little rope around it and then just tie it to Chris Pontius's unit and let it fly around.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, where are these things? Are they in Texas? Please say no.
Washington. State. Yeah.
Corona started there too.
Murder hornet and done peanut butter and jelly.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Don.
Oh God.
So I didn't realize how what the deal was with these. This article says it's not a matter of hold on. It's not a matter of if, but when the murder hornet will hit the East Coast.
Oh,
experts warned the deadly meat-eating Asian giant hornet. That's like the scariest part. I'm calling it a meat-eating Asian giant hornet, which has been known up to killing 50. I can't speak right now. I'm shook by these murder hornets. Whatever. It says there's no way that it won't make it to the United States.
What about the travel ban from Asia?
Yeah.
Very different.
Over here.
I mean, did someone have to bring this over from Asia? I mean, they're not crossing the Pacific Ocean, right?
They've made their way to the U.S. aboard a ship from China, experts said. Because they were spotted in December in Washington, per reports.
Man,
that looks like a college mascot. That photo that Randy has pulled up, that looks like a cartoon. Like the head is so hilarious.
It looks like an XFL mascot. Like, are we sure that there's not like the Des Moines Murder Hornets or something, and they're like an XFL team that's trying to get off the ground?
Dude, that's like a double A team.
That is a dope mascot. The Murder Hornet.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
That's a great color scheme.
Yeah, my color scheme for my high school was orange and black. I might lobby to get the Murder Hornets instead of the Fighting Ram.
Ooh,
Why do
that's
these Murder
spooky.
Hornets look like they just pulled up to Okie State? I mean, that's like legit the color scheme.
It's tight.
Go Pokes.
Harbor Springs Murder Hornets kind of has a ring to it.
It's not terrible.
No,
Yeah.
no.
You think Gundy's gonna have one of these in the locker room and just be like, "All right, here we go, game time."
We got to get back to work. We got to get these Murder Hornets out of here. That's my Gundy.
He said that like what, a week into quarantine or something.
He's like,
back out there.
We got to play football. Yeah.
Calm down.
Fuck yeah, Mike. Let's go.
Oh, these
Dude,
things are
they'll
so
call them birds
tight,
and
man.
small sparrows.
Dude, I don't like that.
Can I ask a question that I could probably look up, but I don't feel like it?
Sure.
Do these things hunt in packs, or are they just like, are they solo dolo just going after people's necks?
I don't know. I saw a video on Twitter of one of them basically taking down a rat or maybe a mouse. I'm not sure, some kind of small rodent.
I don't want to
And,
like that.
The rat was struggling. This thing was, it looked like he was eating it. I mean, I don't know if it was or not, but obviously the thing was.
Well, the mandibles.
It was basically paralyzed. It was wild.
I ask another question that I also don't know if you guys know the answer to. So I see one of these. I run away from it. I scream, but it bites me anyway. What happens then? What happens when it stings me?
Inflammation. No breathing.
You call
Don't give
911. David.
No, I'm serious. No, but inflammation. It is inflammation.
That's
I
great.
mean,
That was really good. Yeah, the weird thing
That
is
was
that
not
I think you were right about that. So if they're meat eating, they're not going to like eat my like skin or anything. They're just going to sting me though.
It's hard to say, truly. It might wait for you to die and then it goes in on your flesh.
No, they're smart enough to know that they like to stay away from humans. I think you have to really stir them up to get stung.
Is this one of those things that like it like Asia's known that they've had these things around for a while, and they're like it's always been kind of in their head, like, man, if these made it anywhere else, like that'd be really embarrassing for us. So let's not talk about it and hope that these other countries don't realize that we have murder hornets here. And then now it's like, fuck, everyone knows.
Kind of like a virus.
Yeah, exactly. These things are huge.
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of tight.
Yeah. You're looking at it from a standpoint, they are tight.
Here's the thing, though. I read that they love like Washington style climates, like kind of the wet, damp sort of climate. So Texas,
That's my favorite.
We keep it wet around here too, Brett.
Okay.
Oh my god! I just found a photo of their mandibles, and I mean,
Edibles?
the guy is right. Like, yeah, the mandibles on these things are just stupid.
Fucking
Just so we're
mandible
on the
burst over here.
Just so we're on the same page here, what exactly is a mandible?
Dude, hard to say.
Just for like people who don't know. Oh, those things? Okay.
Yeah, Dylan, look at me. See
The
this?
fangs. The fangs.
No, the sideways ones.
Oh, the
Yeah, that's
sideways
what I'm
thing.
doing.
Okay. Damn. Mandible game's stupid on these things.
Yeah, dummy thing.
You know what? Keep that mandible on me.
Yeah.
Speaking of dummy thing, look at the small waist on that thing, and then it's just bam. Like you go down.
I didn't know these things had dumpers on them like this.
Dude. Why these murder hornets slim thick?
I don't
Dude,
know.
don't call it a dumper.
Dude. Sorry, I'm already acting up.
Oh my god.
You're gonna make me act up, man.
Uh-huh. Oh.
God.
Yeah, they do have that tiny little waist.
Yeah,
you
but
make a
then
good point. Should
hourglass.
we call Judah right now and see if he'll put the murder hornets in the crank corner?
See it? We need Duda to paint this stinger and put it on his wall.
Apologies to people that can't watch on that aren't watching on YouTube right now, but is the dude's hand in this photo the most massive hand or the most massive thumb you've ever seen?
What is that thumb?
Well, you got
It
stunned
looks
by
like
a
Cole
murder hornet.
Campbell. Looks like Cole Campbell's picking this thing up.
Yeah.
He's holding that thing like you would hold, like, you know, people who are dickheads pick up puppy dogs from like their back.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how he's holding this murder hornet. Why? What is this?
Yeah, he's holding it like if I had a son and he was getting too close to like the fire or something. That's how I'd pull him away. Like, no, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
So it says getting stung is extremely painful, and anyone who's allergic, heaven help them. And they don't just sting you one time. They have the ability to sting you multiple times. Honeybees only sting you once and then they die. You have to understand, out in the wild, unless you go up to their hive, they're not going to sit there and just seek you out. There's got to be a reason for them to come at you. Okay, so if these things come at you sideways, it's because you did something bad.
Man, the fact that they sting multiple times, though, that's wild. Like you said, bees one and done, man. They die after one sting. These things are vicious.
It says beekeepers are making the entrances to their beehive smaller to limit the number of hornets getting in at a time, or place a, quote, roach motel for hornets outside of the hives that consists of a cage with meat in it to attract and then trap the carnivorous insects. Damn.
The beekeeper's suit is apparently not thick enough to protect from the sting.
No shit?
Yeah, I read that. That's true.
These things get more terrifying the more I find out.
Oh, man.
So how do you take these things out?
Man, 2020, man, it can't get any worse.
It's a movie, Dave.
It's like a movie, Dylan.
I don't know how you take them out, Brett. I don't know if just like wasp spray will kill them or not.
Get some raid out there.
Dylan's just out in his backyard taking cuts with his bat.
Watching someone take out like a wasp nest or something is so entertaining.
Oh, it's the best.
When it's like an active, busy nest.
Don't thank you. I don't want to watch that.
Oh, I do. Because you kind of want them to get stung a little bit.
Not a little bit.
A lot of it?
That's why you watch. You're not watching for safety purposes. You're watching just for like the one that's going to make them scream, and you can make fun of them for that scream for like the rest of their life.
It's like watching that Walinda guy, Nick Walinda, the guy who crosses like the Grand Canyon on a tightrope. You kind of want him to fall a little bit.
He's never going to fall. He's too much of a wimp to do it without a harness.
Yeah, he's got a harness.
Yeah, I'm an Alex Honnold guy, and anyone else, like, I just don't trust you.
Who's your all-time favorite Hornet? Mine's Larry Johnson.
Muggsy, dude.
Muggsy? That's a good one.
Muggsy.
Why? Because he's just so little? I mean, what's cool about him besides being 5'3" or something?
That's pretty much it.
His bounce passes are wet as fuck because he's so low to the ground that like he's just got this new angle.
He's just tossing it to the post so Grandma Ma can throw it down.
Exactly.
Dude.
Exactly.
I'll take Alonzo Mourning.
Ooh.
Because he one of the greatest gifts of all time. Yeah, there you go.
It's top five. No top five, no argument.
Yeah.
The GIF?
The
GIF.
It gets it's overused. It's overused.
I know,
but it applies. When used correctly, it really hits.
People just overuse it to the point where I don't think I can put it in my top 5.
Dude, no, you can't let people ruin it for you. You have to acknowledge, like, there was a time when that was the leader in the clubhouse and nothing could be done to bump it off of its perch.
Yeah, but like the other leaders in that clubhouse are also like stepbrothers. Do we just become best friends? And like The Office.
Yeah, but like, those are like there's like a different category for like just somebody who happened to notice this reaction versus like Michael Scott doing like a, acting. Like the Lonzo thing is like, I want to know the backstory. It's probably out there, but like, what was he reacting to?
They need to do a 30 for 30 on every sports GIF. Like, I mean, I like the Swaggy P one where he's walking away from the basket more than I like the Lonzo one. If we're going NBA GIF, that's mine.
That's a great one.
All right, Brett, who's your favorite Hornet?
I don't really have much there. I'm gonna go Kemba. I was thinking, why were they the Bobcats for like 10 years? Do you remember that weird time in history?
Is The Last Dance going to talk about MJ's just terrible front office skills? Because
horrendous.
I mean, one of the all-time worst.
Should we just start talking? We can just talk Last Dance.
Okay. Are we done on the Hornets? We just did like 35 minutes on Hornet talk.
Yeah. Does anyone have any closing thoughts on the Hornets?
I think we should do a T-shirt that says Hornet on the TL.
I'm not saying we're not going to.
Yeah, that's not a terrible idea for a T-shirt.
Just after we get through this whole corona.
Huh?
What do they do with all that ass when they're trying to like settle down and chill out for the night?
You got to think they
Well,
ice it down.
It's a fantastic question.
Oh man,
They're
last
built
time.
like
Oh, go ahead, Dylan.
they're built like moms in Pixar movies.
Dude, what's
Oh,
up
dude.
with that?
Just
I don't know.
just a silly turd cutter.
like why?
The
Why is
mom
it so
from
crazy?
Incredibles is like legit distracting. She's so thick.
What's she doing with all that ass?
I don't know. She's a dime.
I just can't wait to see what mom from Pixar Randy's going to pull up right now. I'm like ready for it.
Yeah.
The one from The Incredibles is
I mean, like, yeah, she's got some serious curves. I'm into it.
Is she the extendo mode mom? She can just like. Psh.
yeah. But when she's not extending, that dumper is just bam.
I
She's
know.
making you go extendo.
Yeah. Yeah. Good call. No,
Dude, what if these murder hornets just like they were normal hornets and then they just got into some eugenics
Damn.
and now they're just fucking yoked. They're just
From
diced
Frank
up like they're just diced up like Sheridan.
Isn't Australia notoriously like the continent for the most deadly stuff? Asia's got to be like a runner-up, sneaky number 2 for me.
Sure.
Yes, Siberian tigers, murder hornets,
Pacific Islands. They strike like Southeast Asia, Pacific Islands, all the way down to Australia. That little corridor, I don't know if the geography checks out, but you know what I mean. Like that little area just seems like you don't want to be like solo there. You don't want to. You'll get fucked up by something.
Brett, does that geography check out?
Yeah, there's a corridor between Southeast Asia and Australia. Yeah, you're all right there.
You can island hop down there, get to New Zealand, and hop into Australia.
That's what. Who was the island hop in general? Anybody? History lesson.
What?
Was it
Marshall,
Wilmon?
maybe? I don't know. No, I'm talking World War II history. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No, yeah, you're right though. I mean, Southeast Asia, you're not going to mess around in the woods.
Most
alone.
poisonous, most venomous snakes I feel like are from there.
Definitely.
And then Australia, you've got a number of things like the spiders that are the size of your torso.
That jellyfish thing that kills you in like 5 seconds.
And beer.
Chupacabra.
Yeah, and beer too. Good point, Will. Wow.
Yeah, that beer, it's killer good, wicked good.
Mm-hmm.
Put you and your mates on your bums.
They've got shrimp and friend's name Bobby. Should we do Last Dance?
Yeah.
You got to do it.
Episode 5 and 6. I'll be honest. These have made Sunday nights just incredible. Just
They're awesome.
Absolutely incredible.
I don't want them to end. When is this series over, by the way?
Not next week, but the week after. It's 10.
I believe there's 10 episodes.
Oh.
I was offered, and I can't tell who, I was offered access to the remaining episodes via a screener from someone that has a screener.
Wow.
I've officially declined them.
Was it Micah Screener?
It was not Micah.
Oh, okay.
No, but yeah, I was like, it wasn't like a close friend, but I was like, you know what? Like this will be tight to be able to watch all these like right now. But at the same time, I don't want to. I don't want to binge this. I don't want to get all of it at once.
It's nice to have a little bit of structure in your Sunday night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wish that I do have one gripe with this series as a whole. Maybe it's ESPN. Put them on ESPN Plus the same way that HBO puts them on. Like when their show debuts, it's on ESPN or it's on HBO now, like immediately. I don't get why they're not doing that. Whatever. That's neither here nor there. That's the least exciting part of last night. We got a lot last night. We got the Dream Team.
Dude, the Dream Team plus McDonald's, that's like one of my first memories of childhood is going to McDonald's, getting a Dream Team Happy Meal with the cup. I remember I had the cup with Chris Mullins on it. And I was just, I guess, like, as far as like Dream Teamers go, Chris Mullin would be like kind of one of the weaker ones to have on a cup, but I still had it.
For sure.
I really enjoyed the part of.
Oh, go on, Dylan.
Sorry, I said I really enjoyed the part about Isaiah Thomas not getting selected for the Dream Team, basically because Michael Jordan. Well, a lot of guys.
Everybody hates that guy.
Dude, he still admits that he hates Isaiah. He says, "Yeah, I respect him, but I just hate the guy." Love that. He kept him the best point guard in the league. He kept him off the Olympic team.
That kind of so part of that surprises me because MJ's so competitive that you'd think he would want the best team. So like from that respect, it kind of surprised me that he wouldn't just want him there. But I mean, I get it. I understand. As a Detroit fan, like I can't sit here and act like I'm some big Isaiah fan because I never saw him. I mean, I was not like really forming conscious memories when I was 2 years old and they were winning championships. And so like I respect him. And I'm glad that he played for Detroit and like won some championships and stuff. But like at the same time, the slander of him during this doesn't really hurt me that much. And I understand why people hated him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's one of those things. It's like, yeah, I feel like an Avalanche fan, honestly, that I had this team of scumbags that were just like wrecking crews trying to people. And like, there's nothing I can really say that makes him look good.
Well, you're pretty bummed that Muggsy Bogues didn't make the dream team.
Yeah, what the hell?
Like, I know.
Leave him there.
I mean, if you need a point, you can't bring Isaiah, so you need another point guard. I don't know why Muggsy wasn't at least considered. It's weird.
That wasn't the footage that people talked about for so long, right?
No. You're talking about there's like the game they were referring to. I don't think those are clips from the actual game that's like kind of folklore. People don't even know if it exists.
Oh, I thought it was. I think there's obviously a more extended version of it, but that was bits and pieces of the game that they're all talking about, I think.
Surely somebody has like ownership of that and is waiting to release it. If they were to just like hit us with it, that would be bigger than like Tiger King and Last Dance combined.
Yeah. If that was the footage, I'm not as impressed as I thought I would be with it, but I don't really know. I don't really remember the Dream Team that well. I still was kind of we've reached the point where like I'm still kind of in between, and I don't know what I remember specifically and what I remember just because I watched NBA Inside stuff like it was going out of style for 5 years.
Oh, shout out Ahmad! A lot of a FaceTime for Ahmad Rashad last night.
Yeah, he's getting all the love.
He's buddies with all those guys, MJ, Magic. No, Will, I know what you're saying. I do remember. I remember watching some of the games, but they were so out of hand by the time I would tune in. They would be like 35-point games that I couldn't stick with it, and I was like 6. My dad, I should say, didn't stick with it because he was the one controlling the remote.
Yeah, I think I was too young, and I don't think sports were a big enough thing growing up in my household at that age that like watching the Dream Team was some big thing for me. But I remember like all the NBA stuff kind of that time is coming back to me a lot more. I told Sally last night that if I went to a major city with an NBA team, there was a very good chance that when I was a kid, there was a very good chance that I was going to be obsessed with that NBA team for like the rest of that season. And I remember going to Phoenix and just getting obsessed with Barkley during the time when they went to the finals against the Bulls.
I remember that team pretty well. I really liked Kevin Johnson, Dan Marley.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Suns, they were like, I don't know, they seemed like they're from the future. Their uniforms look like very forward thinking, and they played fast, and Chuck was just a monster. I want to see a Last Dance style thing on Charles Barkley.
I'm surprised that we don't have like some kind of documentary on him at this point. He seems ripe for it.
I felt bad that he never won one. He looked legitimatately sad talking about that year.
Oh, having him say pretty much that like that was the first time he realized that he wasn't the greatest basketball player on earth. Like if you're Charles Barkley, like, and you don't get to where he got in life without thinking that you're the best. And like just having him admit that, it was like, oh, that's devastating. I'm the best podcaster on earth. That's just what I think every time I get on here. No, I'm just kidding. I usually just wonder how we got here and thank my lucky stars.
I really enjoyed the shoe stuff, the Jordans.
Dude, the Spike Lee footage.
Tight.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it before, but like just a cultural movement just from shoes, man. A little surprised that he laces up his own shoes before games.
Thought that too. Lacing up shoes is one of those tasks in life that I hate doing and dread doing it, and I can't imagine doing it myself before games like that. Maybe it's therapeutic for him.
I
don't know.
It's also kind of a flex. He's like, he literally owns the brand of shoe that he is lacing up. Like, it's just a reminder to the locker room.
Another reminder for me last night was just like how much Nike he made Nike, but then eventually how much kind of Nike made him as well. Just like how much that relationship between the two was so mutually beneficial for them.
Sneaky shout out Adidas for just taking the major L last night.
Oh, no kidding, man.
Sneaky shout out to Converse for being the biggest shoe in the NBA at that point.
That commercial with all the goats in there, that was fire. Larry Bird was fucking spitting.
Reebok the stray bullet with the flag over the Reebok symbol. I didn't realize that was why it happened. Again, I think it's just me not understanding what was going on with the Dream Team at that point in my life.
That is like the perfect way. Go ahead.
I'm sick of the Jordan 1s, though.
Why?
They're beautiful.
What do you mean, why? Parks, buddy. you can't yell like that, okay? I'm sorry. Jordan 1's the best looking shoe of all time. They are.
What?
I think they're the best looking shoe of all time.
Oh, I thought you said you were tired of them.
Sneaker. No. No, I said there's how sick they are.
Oh, I thought you were sick of them.
Oh, no. They're
that's
like the best looking shoe ever.
Yeah, they're tight. I mean, I don't ever plan on getting some Jordan 1s, but they are the most iconic, classic looking thing. And I'm sorry. He's got to not play. He's got to not keep playing in that game if his feet are bleeding as bad as he says they are because he's playing in the Jordan 1s.
Dude, it's the original bloody sock game.
Yeah, right?
Fuck Kurt Schilling.
Why is he doing that to himself? Isn't that a regular season game?
Yeah, that was his last game at the Garden, right?
Yeah, he did it all for swag. He did it all just to look dope.
I forgot. Okay, so I remember clearly watching that Knicks Bulls series, and I forgot how much I hated John Starks. Like, that's a dude who as a Mavs fan, the Mavs were winning like 6 games a year back then, but John Starks was my least favorite player in the league. And he's a dog, dude. Like, he's a gamer, but I hated him. When he dunked on Jordan like that, I completely forgot about that. They were up 2-0 in that series.
Yeah, I remember watching that's one of the first playoff series that I actually like vividly remember. And I remember thinking how tight Patrick Ewing was. And I actually thought I liked John Starks, but I liked both teams. I just loved that series. Oakley wasn't on the team. He wasn't on the Knicks yet, right?
Yeah. Oakley was on there.
He was on there. Okay. Because Oakley, like, I don't know. The nostalgia of this show, the 90s nostalgia is bringing me back so hard. I like feel like turning it off and watching like 90s cartoons or something.
You know what it made me want to do? It made me want to turn it off and just go research Slim Bowler for the next 3 hours.
Slim Bowler came out of nowhere last night.
Dude, the 90s nostalgia, though, when Seinfeld was in the locker room talking to Jordan and Phil and the team, that was like, it brought me back so fucking hard. It was so tight. That when I was, I don't know, 12 to 14, that I watched the Bulls and I watched Seinfeld. It was awesome.
What's the deal with Air Jordan? He's not Air. He's here, but he's not here.
This play's not going to work.
He points to the play. Yeah, written on the whiteboard. It's not going to work. Come on. Great.
That's just a man who's in his bag.
He looked scared, just like standing there. He was just like standing there idly and like looking around like, all right, I need to leave. Goodbye.
We were talking about this before we went on, but just watching Jordan go out and lose just hundreds of thousands of dollars on the golf course makes me want to get out there and play. Like, I want to lose my ass in Wolf, like, immediately.
It makes me want to play $1 a hole so bad. Just ball out really hard.
There's nothing better than, like, going out, winning, like, $16 off of your buddies, and then no one ever Venmos you.
Yeah. never getting that request.
Unless you're playing with Klein, because he's the point keeper and Venmo guy.
Yeah, he's still a suspect point keeper.
You got to watch him. You got to watch Klein.
Who's supposed to do the Venmoing in that situation when you have bets being exchanged? If you win the money, it seems very cocky to request the money. But if you lose the money, I understand why you're not rushing to just Venmo somebody.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to do after, like, taking money from somebody because I'm already like, oh man, they're pissed. Is like get in the car and I'm like waiting for it to cool off, and then just hitting them with that Venmo as they're like loading up. It's not a good look.
You're driving away from the course and you get the email chime from your phone. Someone wants their $14 badly right now.
How many Wolf games do you think are parlayed into just a beer at the clubhouse after? Like,
I'm always fine with that.
If you're
That's
down
the way to do
$11 and you're just like, I'll buy your beer.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, just go have a couple beers. Jordan, I don't think Jordan could have done that though. It sounds like he was putting down big boy stacks.
Yeah,
I would like a full documentary on Jordan's love of golf, like how, because it seems like immediately upon him entering the league, he was into golf, which seems strange because like I feel like most athletes they get into it later on, but I feel like in like 1986 he was playing golf in the middle of a playoff series.
I think he plays golf because it's the one thing that he can't master.
he says when he plays minimum 36 holes. Minimum.
That sounds terrible. That sounds awful.
That's psycho. He's a psycho.
I still think golf should be 14 holes instead of 18. 7 and 7.
I don't hate it.
Hey man, 19 holes if you count the old bar.
Oh man. Yeah. So okay, what was his name? Jim Bowler.
Slim.
Okay, Slim Bowler. So who was this guy?
He was apparently a cocaine dealer, big time, moving big boy weight.
Cocaine.
And I do not remember Jordan having to testify. Like that is something that's completely over my head. I forgot all about that. But yeah, Jordan, he was apparently a golf hustler, known golf hustler, and a convicted cocaine dealer. So,
okay.
And he took $57K off Jordan on a 3-day trip or something, which $57K, granted, that's a lot for me, like a lot, but for Jordan, like that's not that bad.
Jordan, it seems like he can afford that. And they did like $10,000 for him is like 10 cents to us. So like whatever. But what was concerning was that apparently Jordan had a debt in the millions. That'll sting a little bit more.
That's tough. Wonder what kind of interest rate he got that at.
You got to wonder.
Maybe 0% for 24 months if he's lucky.
Yeah, I heard he used the Afterpay thing, and so he only had to do like $13 interest-free payments for 1,000 years.
Well, it is truck month.
Oh, good point.
People did forget that it was truck month.
I think that
so. Obviously, we're gonna get much more into this in the next couple episodes. But when Jordan steps away from basketball, this is the one like wild sports theory I actually buy into a little bit. That he was like actually pushed away from the sport because of gambling. Y'all have heard this one, right? It's kind of a big one.
But you should explain it. You should explain it very briefly for anyone who doesn't know it, because I explained it to Sally last night and she was clueless.
Yeah, so after the 93 season, when they won when they three-peated, he stepped away from basketball and went to go play baseball for 2 years. And one of the things that led to that was his dad passing away, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he had a lot of stuff going on at that time.
his dad didn't just pass away. He was murdered.
He was murdered, yeah. Which some speculate could be tied into his gambling habits as well. But the theory is that he was caught gambling on basketball. And David Stern, who was the commissioner at the time, basically told him, or they decided that we can't, ban you from the game because he's too big. He meant too much to the game, obviously. So their compromise was he had to sit out for 2 seasons. And that's why he went to the baseball route and then came back for, I guess, the 94 or 95 season. I forgot. 95, I guess. But it makes sense.
That was the year that the Horace Grant was on the Magic, and he came back towards the end of the season, and they lost to the Magic in the playoffs. Then
the Bulls won 91, 92, 93, and then 96,
94, 95 was Rockets. Yeah. Sports.
So, it makes sense. Who knows if it's actually true? Not that many people obviously know, but I mean, it's a wild theory, and it actually makes a lot of sense.
Makes too much sense.
I think he was just like, okay, Will said that the reason he likes golf is because he's just not that good at it. He hasn't mastered it, and he's just hyper competitive. Like he's in the top like 0.001% of the human population of being competitive. He's like a psychopath. So I think he genuinely was like, I got nothing else to accomplish in basketball. I'm going to go do this baseball thing. And I don't know. The gambling thing, I feel like we would know it by now. I don't know.
Does his cockiness rub you the wrong way at all?
On anybody else, it would. Honestly, on anybody else, it would. But for some reason, and maybe it's the nostalgia thing, and he was like the first super athlete that I remember loving growing up. It's just like he backs it up. He backed it up. Like, I mean, there's him and Tiger are like 1A, 1B for like greatest athletes of my lifetime.
Agree.
That's exactly how I want my sports stars. I want them to be just obscenely cocky and confident in what they do. I love it.
What did he tell John Paxson? They were up there playing their dollar blackjack games, and he's in the back playing like, for big boy stacks. And he goes up there and he said he wants to play. And they're like, what are you doing? We're playing for $1 a hand. And he's like, I want your money in my pocket.
Like, love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, man.
I love that.
Dude, what a villain. Oh my God.
Yeah. We were talking about this last night during it. And yeah, like you said, anybody else, it's a bad look. But if there's one person in the world that can back their shit up, it's Michael Jordan. Like, I mean, he's got such a resume for backing stuff up. It just doesn't make sense. And so it bothers me until I realize that like he's the only dude that can do this and get away with it. So I have to let it slide.
I like how I forgot who it was, but he's described as the alpha in a group of alphas. That's so tight.
Yeah, he's the alpha of alphas.
Yeah.
He backed it up like a murder hornet.
Just throwing it back.
Tossing ass on the dance floor.
Dude, some of my favorite clips were him, Bird, and it was MJ, Bird, and Magic, like filming commercials or promos for the Olympics or whatever. And it was just like the banter between those three. Because I know that they're probably friends now, but I didn't know, like, did they even speak at that point? I didn't realize until I started watching this that Magic and MJ were like that good of friends back then.
I didn't realize that either. I didn't realize that they were boys. I kind of expected them to not be. I expected MJ to have an attitude against anybody that wasn't on his team.
Yeah. So the Clyde Drexler stuff, the Blazers, reminded me of like one of my all-time favorite sports video games on Super Nintendo, Bulls versus Blazers. That was like the first basketball game I ever owned and played.
Who are the players that you can play with in Scottie Pippen, and who can you play with in NBA Jam?
Horace Grant.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah. Jordan just wouldn't sign off on the game, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's an interesting story behind it.
Or did the game come out when he was playing baseball?
I mean, weren't there several iterations of the game?
I feel like the game dropped probably 93, 94.
I don't know. That doesn't make, none of this makes sense.
Weirdly, weren't the guys, this is like common knowledge, but the guys who made it, weren't they big Pistons fans, Will? And that's why Isaiah is like borderline unstoppable.
Yeah, but he's not. Mitch Richmond is low-key the most unstoppable player in that entire game.
He gets no respect until you get an NBA Jam.
Dude, what's up with that? Mitch Richmond is just playing above the rim the entire time. Let's see. So he opted out. You're right, Dylan.
Okay. Yeah, I just looked it up too. He opted out of the NBA Players Association licensing agreement, choosing instead to market his one-of-a-kind likeness individually rather than as a part of a group in this case. Okay.
That decision probably yielded hundreds of millions of dollars for him.
Yeah, he business-wise, like he pulled the right strings.
Yeah, he knew he was doing there. Oh. Any closing thoughts on last night?
I didn't watch.
Incredible TV. Incredible TV.
Yeah,
like
Brett was weirdly quiet that entire time.
Yeah, we watched the Ford versus Ferrari movie here.
How was that?
That's so good.
So good. I very much enjoyed it.
I had
it's an awesome movie.
Seen it, so I've been waiting for a personal friend's review of that movie before pulling trigger on it. So that's good.
Very good.
Yeah,
it could be there's just some like plot holes that they skip over to get to points in the story. It's already a long movie, but
which of the cars handles the potholes better? The Ford or the Ferrari?
No, it was plot holes.
Oh, plot holes. Okay.
But the Ford did. If you no spoilers here, but the Ford did.
Really, no spoilers on the Fords.
This is ridiculous.
It's surprising. No, it's surprising because it's a racing movie. That's what
There is one point where the rim pops off of the Ford. It gets really intense after that.
Ooh.
No, nothing. Okay, let's do the ad read.
I thought they were doing the races outdoors. I didn't know they were doing them within tents, but that's cool. Let's talk about Postmates. If you're like me, you're probably just starting to think about what to eat for, lunch, dinner, whatever it is. And we love food, and that's why we love using Postmates. But I kind of love them even more right now because I can get food delivered without leaving the house or even popping open the door. Given what's going on in the world, they have created non-contact deliveries. So when I order from local restaurants, everything gets left right outside my door. And I got to say, I'm loving it. They also have the Postmates pickup, which I've been using to order takeout from my favorite local restaurants. So listen up. You guys need to be supporting your neighborhood spots right now. I've only been ordering local. It's a great way to support our community. And Postmates doesn't just deliver burgers and sushi. They actually make life easier by picking up everything you need from Walgreens to 7-Eleven to just dropping it off right outside of your door. All you have to do is download the Postmates or iOS or Android app, find your favorites, and get anything you want delivered within the hour. So for a limited time, Postmates is giving our listeners $100 of free delivery credit for the first 7 days. To start your free deliveries, download the app and use code CIRCLING. That's code CIRCLING for $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days when you download the Postmates app. Anything you need, anytime you need it, just Postmates it. Do we have good. Brett left during the ad read, so that's great. He
gave us one of these. He gave us one of these and just walked off.
Yeah, Brett's breaking news is next, and so this kind of wasn't a convenient.
I got breaking news.
Okay, hit us with it.
Did y'all see that? It's from last week, but drag racing is making a return in Dallas, like illegal street racing.
No, what are they doing?
That's exciting.
They're just like, so they're issuing, like, they issued 200 tickets. They're like, the police finally like cracked down on it, but there's a certain part of town, they're all meeting at like gas stations, and they're going and finding these roads and just running it. And in high school, we used to go to it was called the street races. It was on Royal Lane, and we would go and watch these guys go. It was a lot of people with like souped up Honda Civics versus like muscle cars. And it was like Fast and the Furious shit, minus the violence and hot dudes.
I guess now's the time to do it when the streets are as empty as they're ever going to be during a pandemic.
And I think we proved that there are zero police out.
We did, yeah. They're taking a vacation.
And a lot of anecdotal evidence, but yeah, man.
Yeah,
so street race.
Because our case for like no cops being out was not bulletproof.
No, it wasn't. Hey, prove me wrong.
Yeah, but like me, who's been in the house for 7 weeks straight, is saying like, yeah, not a lot of cops around. How do I know? Brad, do you have any breaking news for us? This is actually Dave's breaking news now because you left at the wrong time and Dave cucked your segment with the.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My dock shorts were about to get wet, so it was
okay.
It was emergency.
A better way to phrase that.
Anyway, I have one piece of breaking news that it's going to be a picture, and I saw this come across the TL mid-epi.
Gross.
Now, do you know Lindsey Vonn, world-class skier?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we know Lindsey Vonn, dude.
I don't know. Dylan's not much of a skier when it versus Will, so I didn't know if they.
Wow, dude, call back to that beef.
Okay, bro.
She popped up doing an ad for Land Rover. I'm just going to throw it on the screen here.
Okay.
This was an ad on the TL.
Okay.
Now,
that's an ad that I support. I'm sorry.
There's dogs in a hot car, and she's washing her car with the windows open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Called it an adventure in her driveway.
Yeah, so to set the scene for everybody, this is Lindsey Vonn standing in a bikini next to her car, next to her Range Rover. Land Rover? Range Rover?
Yeah.
What is
Land Rover.
Okay.
It's a Rover.
That looks like a Range.
Terrible photo of this. Like she's not showcasing the car very well in this at all. And yeah, her dogs are just popping their heads out the window. What is this? A Cavalier King Charles and a
Looks like some sort of
Some
other
kind of
dog.
good boy.
yeah.
She's going straps off the shoulders. I just want to. This is just too reckless to be putting on the TL as an ad.
What? Yeah. What? Who washes their car with the windows down? Who washes their car with their dogs inside of it?
Yeah, you got to get those dogs outside of that car.
Appears to be black leather interior. It's not a comfortable situation for anybody involved here.
Yeah,
Maybe
nothing makes sense here.
Maybe she's got the stripped out inside where it's like the just the hards, like stuff like the dudes with the Jeeps do, so where you can't ruin it.
The rhino lining inside.
Yeah, the rhino lining inside.
I think rhino lining and Nugenics is a 1-to-1 correlation.
Hey, who's Lindsey Vonn dating now? Did she?
PK Subban,
That's right.
engaged, I believe.
Yes.
That guy's tight, man.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's like a really, really nice guy too. Also, apparently Amazon Prime is down, which is interesting. All the breaking
Oh
news.
no.
Ooh,
Oh,
more
yeah.
break.
No.
Will, I got bad news for you, buddy.
What?
Our friends at J. Crew have officially declared bankruptcy. The Office.
Yeah. I like.
It's a reorg. It's fine. They'll be back.
Yeah. I mean, that being said, it doesn't really make sense that they would be in business anyway, just based on the fact that they have been selling their clothes at deep discounts for the last 5 years.
I'm about to go dummy on $12 pocket tees, though. Watch.
Are they doing a bankruptcy sale today? Because I might go. I might go stupid on there today.
You got to think it's time to liquidate.
Yeah,
They're not liquidating. It's a reorg, Dylan. I'm surprised you didn't know that.
Dave, let me have fun over here, okay?
Hey, I'll have fun with you. What? I like J. Crew. they've got they've got good denim.
Yeah, I've been a fan of Staples for years, and I haven't really supported them very much in the last couple years, but I don't really want them to go away. They're a really easy play. That's where I got my wedding suit from. So,
Wow.
what are you going to do?
Big fan.
Dylan, every time we try to go to J. Crew as a squad, Dylan's like, no, I'm going to go to Aeropostale.
Mm-hmm.
They have better denim there, Dave.
Do they?
Yeah, premium denim. And
Catch me at the
chinos.
Gap. Catch me at the Gap.
Wilmot's employees were only supposed to wear Banana Republic for a little while, but then once we realized that it wasn't just a bunch of like Hawaiian shirts and stuff, we had to back out of that licensing deal.
Damn.
It's okay. The licensing deal wasn't that official anyway. It was literally just like a piece of paper with Banana Republic receipts stapled to it.
Doesn't seem like a license.
IOUs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel like the intellectual property has been transferred.
Yeah.
Well,
got anything-
that's good. Good breaking news.
That was a good one.
That's a good segment. Dave's breaking news has legs. I think we should make this
Yeah.
the right thing.
I can't believe we hadn't thought of that before.
Yeah. Weird. All right. Anything else, guys? Let's get out of here. Let's call
Tomorrow
it a day.
night's time. Hey, are we selling aprons now? Is that a thing?
Yeah, we're selling aprons.
Duh.
So anyone that ordered an apron, I received an email from Printful this morning, our warehouse, and I was made aware that we have to make a quick design change, so there's going to be a little slight delay. And to anyone else,
way.
yeah, we appreciate your patience with our orders right now. Obviously, there's a lot of delays within our warehouse because of coronavirus, and so if your order hasn't arrived yet, apologies from us. There's not a lot we can do on our end. That being said, the good thing is that people are getting them. They're still shipping stuff out every single day.
Mm-hmm.
It just might take a little longer. We apologize. You will get a shipping notification. No big deal.
It's just weird that
Uncertain
you still ship by kayak, Will. So if you're not near a water source, that might explain it.
Yeah, we need a port.
Yeah.
Not
I
talking
get
the wine. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, know what I'm saying, Campbell? Hey, Combat Sports Minute drops tonight. UFC 239 preview featuring Dan Regester and a special guest.
Ooh.
It's Andy Craig from On It.
Oh, we didn't get
What a
Dana.
guy.
Dylan, you want to pop on with us?
What
Oh,
time
you
are
gonna
you
be at the
recording?
vet?
I think I'll be at the vet. Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
we'll stay in touch, but it's going to be fun. Nothing too serious. We're going to break down the fights. Going to find out what kind of big boy stacks Dan's putting down.
Tell
Whole
Andy I
squad.
said what up.
Dylan and I about to link up and elbow tap at the vet.
Dude, hell yeah. Can't wait for that.
It's tight. All right, guys, let's get out of here. Washmedia.com/store or shop. I don't know which one it is for your apron
It's
need.
shop.
Yeah. Let's get out
Those
of
do
here.
not come with a shot of rum. So
Correct.
stop asking.
Yeah, we can't do that. No floaters on those.
No, but you do.
Bye.
Liquid date.